All right, time to turn that off. Okay, let's get the actual game up here. There we go. Hello, and as always, welcome back to Timberborn. That's what this is called. This is going to be, as the title suggests, the mod contest. Mods from the mod contest, they call it. I need a name, and I don't want to call it stream, so I'm going to call it Modopia. Sure, cool. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Our beavers are out. I need to turn the music on because I assume we don't want to be listening to really loud two topless music. Maybe a little quieter so it's not overwhelming. So I have installed a great number of mods, and oh, here is one of them. That's Beaver Chronicles, I believe. Last bend of the river opens to a quiet stretch of land. This, I guess, is the last bend of the river. Water runs clear, berry bushes cling to the bank, and a stand of young trees waits just beyond the shore. Not much, but it's enough. I am going to take the water, just because we start with berries already in our inventory. So I'm going to try to speed through the beginning of this as quick as I can, just so that I can actually show off the stuff that is new. So we'll get going on all of this. Ooh. Cutting stuff down and basic beginning of Timberborn. Oh, okay. Every time I do something, I may need to turn my graphic settings down, honestly. Because I still have them on Ultra, but I'm also scared to do that midstream. Because I'm worried it is going to crash the game. So maybe I will refrain from doing that for a moment. I forgot to pull up the whole list that I had of the mods. So give me just one moment for that. I'm good at this, I swear. Let's go here. Did I connect this up? I did connect that up. Okay. Okay, so mods I have installed. We are going to have, as we can see just right off the bat here, new building styles by Reddit. We have Keystone, which is what's adding all of this random stuff around the map, and honestly probably also what is causing the game to be a bit more jittery than normal. That is by Shimazu Yoshihiro. Shimazu Yoshihiro. Timber UI and Harmony are also in here. We have Bobbing About's Entry, which is genders, a procreation overhaul. Our beavers have genders. They have to be the correct genders to procreate, so that's interesting. We have Efficient Workplaces by Nati. I'm going to see Nati Anka. But it might be Nat Anka. I don't know how words are pronounced, I think. We have Pizzeria by Carl Duderstadt. We have Hydrating Swim by UH Spartan. We have Better Productivity Stats by Hightone. We have Food Expiration by Peralt's 94. Mod settings just a dependency. We have Beaver Chronicles, as well as the Campfire Mystery Chronicle, both by Luke Jesus Saves. We have Dam Degradation by Marsa Mini. We have Moddable Timberborn, another dependency. Mod Contest 1 Market by Robin Fury. Duckies by Ulsan. And then we have Beaver HR Department by Mars Mini. And a couple of tail mods. We have Suntail by Kenny. Too Many Signs by Skinfaris. Beaver Propaganda Banners by Kenny as well. Woodworkers, Tails and Banners by Zazu, and Beaver Task Display, which is actually another mod, by Stavetti. So that's what we're working with here. I'm going to try to remember the name of these are here and actually use them. We are going to use right off the bat. Oh, actually, no, because I was thinking of the wrong thing. We're going to build a farm. And we're going to use some crops is what we're going to use right off the bat. So let's just get some carrots going and maybe a couple sunflowers. So if you're not in the Discord, and I would assume most people here are, but if you're not in the Discord, part of the reason for doing this is Mod Contest 1, obviously. I think it makes the game different and interesting. But also, as of yesterday, March 25th of 2022 was the first time I ever made any content on Timberborn. It was a stream. It was not very good, but it is on the YouTube channel. It might be the first thing that's still public. I think it is. Which I thought, hey, since it's been 4 years, which is just insane, I should do a stream, and I should do it on the same map. So this is once again Terraces. I do think it has changed because it was update 1, update 2. So we'll see what we can get up to today. I'm going to build some stuff up here, by which I mean a path. They're going to plant carrots and a little bit of sunflowers. What else do I need to do? Oh, I should do houses. So this is going to be the build styles. Build styles? Actually, before I do that, maybe I should do a cheeky little lumber mill. Probably. That would make more sense. Or, I mean, I'm still going to do a lumber mill. But rather than do water power, I'm going to grab a lumber mill. And I'm going to grab the power wheel. Because we do have, as we saw and I mentioned, Beaver HR Department. Which means no unemployed beavers. No. Which means it's not built. That's why it doesn't want to let me do that, I think. Whoa. I don't know where I ended up there. Or why I ended up down there. Build the power wheel, please, beavers. Maybe the fact that they have no wood. Which also is going to quickly be an issue. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. We can build ourselves an inventor, though. A new inventor. Also, I must be honest here. I checked that these mods would play nicely and that they wouldn't crash the game. I don't know if they'll play nicely and that the game will not be angry about running all of these mods at the same time. Oh, we have another one of the Beaver Chronicles. So 12 berries and 12 water in 1 day, which we don't really have. Aline has come of age. Yesterday they chased dragonflies along the bank. Today they stand ready to take their place among the builders, haulers, growers, and dreamers. Some beavers suggest marking the moment with a small feast. It would cost precious resources, but a colony that celebrates its young may find its spirits lifted. We don't have extra water. I would have to build another water thing. So I think I'm going to do the terrible thing and I'm going to let the day pass. Why are they not? Oh, because they need logs. And there's no way to get down. Once I run out of these logs, I'm going to have an issue. But I guess once I run out of these logs, I'm building the lumber mill so that I can get a forester. That makes sense. I know how to play the game. Even if I don't know that I know how to play the game. So, here we go. Oh, oh no, maybe we don't have Aline. Because Aline just got their birthday, or bar mitzvah, their beaver mitzvah, not celebrated. So we'll actually take them out, and we'll assign Ugalduth. They can go in there instead. I don't know what they did to deserve it, but I feel like Aline definitely does not deserve being there. Aline can have a nice, relaxing life working in the inventor instead. Which probably gets you beaver benefits and healthcare. This is capitalist America for beavers. Okay. We need to get down. So that's going to be the order of operations here. I think we need to get a lumber mill, and then we need to get down off the terrace. Ooh, that is getting so... Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to save the game. And I'm going to see if I can lower the settings without breaking everything. So if we go back down to high... Oh, okay. It's still a bit jittery, though. If we go down to medium... And then what if we disable fog? Where is... Oh. Oh, no. Okay, buddy. Okay. You're okay. My dog just had a moment. Give me 2 seconds here. We can stare at still under the open sky while I go and clean this up, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, that is sorted. Sorry for that. We have still under the open sky. Time has passed since the colony began, but not every beaver has a roof to sleep under. They only glance towards the finished lodges, which I don't know how, because we don't have any, then back at the empty spaces where more homes should have stood. The colony looks to you for an answer. I am going to go with promise shelter for most, and then I'm going to once again figure toggle fog, which seems to kind of have helped. I don't know why I just toggled off the UI. Oh, it does not seem to have helped that much, honestly. Ooh, okay. All right, so, oh my gosh. It's really chugging along here with all this. We will need lodges, but I'm going to do the new ones, the cabins. So we need 4? We need 5. We need 5 currently. So we'll hope they can build those in 1.9 days. I don't know how that's going to go, but there's no one working here anymore. Because they need water, I guess. We can give them water, or a place to store water. And then we have, oh. Building needs power, but then nobody's working here. That's weird. Anyway. Forester. Can't unlock Forester, don't have the science points. Okay, game. Okay. We'll zoom through this opening few science points. Maybe. I say zoom. Doesn't seem all that zoomy. Get rid of him. We can build these a little earlier. And there we go. Okay. Forester. I can go over here to forest. Plant trees. I mean, we can't just go with pine down here. I don't see any reason not to. Then once they start cutting down these, we can make them oak. Up top. Oh, let's see. We're not going to get all of our houses built. Although we only needed to do 75%. We're still not going to do it, but we'll be closer than I thought we would. Hey, our well-being went up. Okay, let's see what happens if they don't finish this. Although, oh, so that's not great. Too many beavers are sleeping outside. Whatever was said before, the colony has not given them shelter. They rise tired, work slower, and keep their doubts mostly to themselves. They suffer a 15% working speed penalty for 3 days. Lovely. And that was literally moments from being finished. I'm saying it's not the same. I could have forgone making any sort of, what am I saying? I could have not made any sort of shelter for it ever. They would have been fine. But suddenly, because some little text box says that they need shelter, they're all mad at me. And I quite frankly don't think that's fair. Now they're all happy with me. See? They're, temperamental. Okay. Get some of this early stuff going. We will also need stairs and planks, which we don't have any of. Or we do, what am I saying? We don't have enough research for. Yeah, I mean, consequences for neglecting your beavers. You are correct there, Rogue Operations. I like that that is a thing, though. I'm being facetious about being upset. I think it's great that that's a feature this mod has. Because you can just sit there and let them spend all their time shelterless. That's what I'm trying to say. And honestly, I feel like that's what most people do when you're talking about the Iron Teeth. They just let them sleep outside till they need the well-being boost. Either way, this is too many berries. I've still got developer tools on, so let's get those off. Let's get rid of a bunch of these. Then we need a bunch of research. This is... We need one of... There's... Oh, hey. I forgot this is Timberborn. Am I advocating for homeless beavers, Jay, or am I just saying that it's a common thing? I just think we have to be true to ourselves and true to what the game is and say that most people don't really care about their beaver's well-being until they're forced to. And most people aren't insane and care about whether they're... I almost said district. Their colony looks... Hey, nobody's working here. When did I lower this down to one workplace? Most people don't care about their colony's looks until they're forced to by well-being again. But I'm not that person. So I'm going to give them one shrub. There you go. There you go, my beavers. We'll build more housing because this is the folktales, and I do need to do that. Actually, speaking of doing things that's for our beavers' well-being, we could also give them, not a rooftop terrace. I mean, we can, but give them a rooftop terrace once we have room. Hey, this is just some terrible colony design I'm going for here. Let's go right there, I think. Rogue Operations says, yeah, well-being is typically an afterthought for mid-game efficiency boosting, which I think is not cool. I think we should be worrying about our beavers all the time. I mean, hey, We're boosting efficiency here. Look, they're working 20% faster if that, if it's been 3 days. We're getting there. They're not doing this, or they just don't want to. That's fine, I guess. It's not like I said to. Oh, it's because there's only one person working here. Vikuaj is overworked, I think is what's happening. So let's see. Does it automatically? It does. Remember, a wet beaver's a happy beaver. Good thought. I don't think there's a way for me to... I don't think they will just go and walk through the water, will they? I mean, I need a second to get them wet anyway. Because I need this to... it is Ember Pelt discrimination to say that all wet beavers are happy beavers. There are some wet beavers that aren't, like the Ember Pelts. Oh, this is another one. I know I mentioned all of them before, but we have dam health. So that's going to be something theoretically we have to worry about. I don't know if we're going to get to that point in this this stream, because I assume it's not. Yeah, I just don't know how I'm going to force them to go across the water. Unless I... Hey, a drought's approaching. Ooh, campfire mystery, the tale that knocked thrice. Oh, because I built a campfire. Of course. With the campfire built, the colony seems warmer. Beavers glance toward it between tasks, trading guesses about the stories that will be told when the workday ends. Some want old legends, some want jokes. One insists every proper campfire story needs at least one mysterious knock. Gather the colony when the hour grows late. I see. We also do have the benefit of a wet beaver is going to be a hydrated beaver for this. Because they drink when they're in the water with the water, the mod that does that. I think that's literally, I think it's called beavers drink when they're in the water. Bad furs prefer bad water too. Yeah, I saw bad furs. And obviously, well, I will say I didn't do any of that because I was worried about how it was going to interact with Keystone, which was kind of what I wanted to do this stream about. Campfire mystery. I'll get to that in a second. So I saw bad furs. There's also, what, dragon claws and dirt diggers. I want to explore all of those later on, but not today because I wanted to get Keystone and make sure that that was the focus of this one. The campfire mystery, the tale that knocked thrice. The campfire burns low and the colony gathers close. At first, the evening belongs to ordinary things. Tired paws, warm light, old jokes, and the comforting crackle of wood becoming ash. Then something knocks from beyond the firelight. Knock, knock, knock. I could do Foley on this one. No one moves. A young beaver whispers that it came from the trees. An elder insists it was only old timber settling. Someone else points out that old timber usually does not wait politely between knocks. I didn't either. The fire snaps. Sparks drift upward. Every eye turns towards the dark beyond the circle. Then it comes again. This time, the sound is closer. By morning, the colony finds muddy paw prints near the storage piles, a few missing supplies, and a strange spiral scratched into a plank. It looks almost like a beaver tail, if the beaver drawing it had never seen one clearly. By sunset, every beaver has a theory. A ghost from the old banks, a thief with very small paws, a warning from the forest, a prank by someone with too much free time. Can't be these beavers. Or something worse. Tonight the campfire will burn again. The colony must decide what kind of answer it wants from the dark. So we have feed the fire, which is 5 logs. Leave food beyond the light, which is 5 berries. and ask the inventor to listen, which is going to be 2. I almost said inventor points. I don't know why I can't remember that these are called science points lately. We will do, I guess, feed the fire. We don't really need the berries, though. We'll do berries. Leave food. Oh, some events need resources to complete. Select a storage building with the required item and then use event payment to pay. This works with piles, warehouses, and tanks. Oh, so we should have... Now we gotta make a warehouse for berries, so that's going to be something we do. I'm not ignoring you, Wolfgang. I just was reading that. Okay. Bad furs are the opposite of a keystone species. You were the first person to playtest bad furs. That's pretty cool. Do you know the mod author, or was this just like a thing you stumbled into having access to? What's the story there? Or are you the mod author? I don't know. I can't really look at it right now. I don't want to tab on it. I can tab on a stream and check. That would be quite the way to announce that you were the author of Bad Furs. I mean, unless you're going by a different name, then I would say no. But berries, yes, berries. Pay. Where's the pay? Pay. Campfire mystery: the tale that knocked thrice. The berries are placed carefully at the edge of the firelight. No one agrees what it means. Some call it bait, some call it mercy. One very nervous beaver calls it diplomacy and insists the bowl should be turned slightly to show respect. By morning, the berries are gone. The bowl remains. It has been pushed back toward the campfire, badly cleaned with a small spiral scratched into the dirt beside it. The mark is less like a threat, more like a reply. The colony does not know what waits beyond the light, but it now knows the dark was hungry. I see. Wolfgang says, I had my own ideas for a Badwater-style faction for a while. Several people joined together to help contribute. That's very cool, though. I know that on the subreddit, there's been a lot of talk for a long time where people were wanting a Badwater faction, which I have not gotten a chance to playtest Bad Furs. Not playtest, it's out. I've not gotten a chance to test Bad Furs. But I find I want to know how it's like balanced, I guess is the way what I'm trying to think of. Hey, there's cows down here. Cows. That's Keystone. In the official Discord server. That makes sense. I never go on there enough. Other than back when I used to post before or whenever I would post a video. I've not done enough on the Discord server. And I guess there was a period before I was even posting things where I got on the Discord occasionally, but I am on there. Yeah, but no, because that's been an idea people have been floating around since Badwater came out, I feel like. And really, even more so since they added Badwater up here, where people have been saying it would be cool to have a Badwater-based faction. So I'm curious to see how it functions balance-wise. But not today. I do want to do that. And I probably will stream it at some point. Bad Furs have a custom difficulty that's like 80% bad tide chance. Normal water is half as hydrating, and they have plants that grow in dry soil, along with soil contamination giving growth boost too. Interesting. So yeah, it's and yeah, I looked at it. This isn't like the first time learning of Bad Tales. I've just not gotten a chance. I've been really, in my actual time, I've been really working towards the next couple of videos. So I've not had much time to, like, free time to play Timberborn, unfortunately. And that's just how it goes sometimes. When you make content about a game, you don't get to play it as much. Bad furs have a custom... I already read that. It's still being balanced and developed, really. When I tested, they had no breeding method. Okay, well... not every... not every single... colony needs to breed. Sometimes you just take the first 13 beavers and you say that's good enough as long as they don't die. We have rooftop terrace. Oh, campfire mystery. Hold on. After the berries vanished, the first night ended with one strange lesson. Whatever waited in the dark was hungry. So tonight they returned. The returned bowl sits near the campfire where everyone can see it. No one agrees whether it is proof of mercy, manners, or very selective appetite. The next night, the campfire is lit again. No one pretends this is only for stories anymore. The beavers sit closer together than usual. Some watch the trees, some watch the storage piles. One watches the other watchers and calls it strategy. Then the knocking comes again. Knock, knock, knock. This time, the colony is ready enough to be afraid properly. The bowl is found again before sunrise, but it has been pushed a little closer to camp and badly cleaned again. The message is unclear, but the care is not. A few beavers argue that this is a warning. Others think it is a trail? I wonder if that's supposed to say trial. The inventor says it is clearly evidence, though evidence of what remains inconveniently unclear. The colony now knows one thing for certain. The spiral is not random. It marks points towards the old storage area. We don't have one of those. If it is a... yeah, that's going to be trial. No? It could still be trail. I don't know. If it is a trail, it was left by someone cautious. If it is a warning, it was left by someone who still returned the bowl. Tonight, the beavers must decide how closely they are willing to follow it. And we only have one choice, leave another bowl. Okay, I don't need to see this every time. Wolfgang said, been distracted from Timberborn by Subnautica 2. I really want to play Subnautica 2, but I also know that I will not enjoy it as much before it is finished, because I played Subnautica 1 after it had full release, and Subnautica 1 is still, I think, one of the greatest games that came out in the 2010s. But I think it looks so good, and I have not gotten a chance because it's not done. They hot patched in breeding pods to bad fur, which now take bad water, not good water, along with berries. That makes sense. I've placed this backwards. But I wanted to place one of the new rooftop terraces from whatever this one is. Does it tell me? No. Does this tell me? No. I've forgotten the name. It's the... oh my god. Come on. I've completely forgotten. Anyway, it's in the mod list. Which is in the description of both the stream and the eventual video, is the link to the collection that I made for all these mods that do work together. So, you know, if you're interested. And if you're not interested, it's still there. And I don't know... well, I guess I'll keep it like that. I need storage for logs. Hey, me. Hey, me, the person who decided that they were going to make Timberborn tutorials. You should play the game correctly. Early access helps shape the community shape the game they want. Timberborn is... I definitely agree. But it just, for me, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's because I think it's because it's an exploration game. It's just not my thing to want to play it early. I want everything to be there to explore when I get to it. And I mean, I'm not knocking early access, obviously. Timberborn, I think, is one of the best examples we have of a successful early access game. Although Subnautica 1 was also early access, so it kind of fits in there too. Hey, can my forester work? They are working. So yeah, I'm not knocking early access. It's just in this case, in early access exploration game is not my cup of tea. No, not workplace. Build this, please, so that we can actually get 20. Oh, it's really chugging. Yes, I agree. Very different styles and genres. I mean, I played through Timberborn. Again, I don't remember if it was, hey, they're going to be mad at us. I think. I think Campfire Mystery is going to be mad at us. But yeah, I played Timberborn. It was right before bots came out. I don't remember if that was the first or the second update or patch or whatever. Hey, there's a drought. Someone should have warned us about that. Dang. But I thought it was very cool getting to see the game grow. And I mean, there's so many things like the storages, warehouses in particular. I believe piles were in the game originally, but warehouses in particular just used to be, they stored everything until they were full. And I remember when they changed it to storing just the one thing. I thought that was so micromanaging, that it was going to be so annoying to have to do one at a time and figure out exactly what warehouse was what. But ultimately, I mean, this is the reason I'm not a game developer, or at least why, if I was, I would never try to make something like this. I'm wrong about things. Because it does end up playing better with the from like the efficiency side and all that, with warehouses being single item. So don't listen to me. Wolfgang says bots were originally called golems too. Yes, they were. I don't remember why they changed them. Was it just because everyone was already calling them bots? Because that would make me change the name if it was me. We got oaks. Should be planted up there. Wolfgang says, I like the old medium warehouse shape, the upside down T1. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because I went, hey, just a little inside baseball, I guess. Maybe that's not the best way to say what I'm saying. But I went back and watched a little bit of the first stream that I did, because it had been 4 years. That upside down T was so, well, I want to say so much more, but it was just, it's an interesting shape that the game doesn't have anymore. And I feel like they built towards making vertical building really easy, to the point where there's not much you have to finesse. And it feels like, especially with that T-shaped medium warehouse before, that they wanted vertical building to be kind of its own little challenge for the game, where you can do it, but it's not like as easy as it currently is. Jay says, I feel I've heard rumors of them bringing back the irrigation towers, but that could just be people wanting it back. I mean, I haven't heard anything. It's not like I have any sort of oh, I pressed the button and then it paused.
Sinkable is gone before dawn. By dawn, another spiral is found near the old storage floor. Beside it, the beavers find 3 berries arranged in a neat line, not eaten, not hidden, not left behind. No one knows whether it means thanks, warning, or terrible table manners. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have no inside baseball knowledge about Timberborn. I think I've made that abundantly clear. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I feel like when they removed them, it seemed like they were pretty adamant that they weren't going to be coming back because you now have newer and more consistent, I guess, ways to irrigate. Not consistent, but more. Jeez, so many things keep popping on screen. More consistent with the theory behind the game ways of irrigating, whereas the irrigation tower was just kind of a building and then it irrigated a bunch, which I don't think was as much what they wanted to go for at Mechanistry. Rogue Operations says trading posts, drop-off points, district gates, and hard path limits made districts non-optional. Yeah, that was the other thing, was that you could only go, what was it, 100 out? Which, I mean, I don't want to say it was good. It was clearly an engine limitation more than anything, but it did make expanding more interesting than I think it currently is. How did I get 2 dandelions? Where did those come from? The Cape Chewer. The colony remembers the empty bowl, the missing berries, and the careful spiral left beside them. If the thing under the storage is hungry, perhaps it can be drawn out without fear. This is how the Cape Chewer explains it. The inventor calls it bait. The Cape Chewer calls it heroic invitation snack. There was an A in there. The next night, the campfire is louder than the stories. Every beaver has an opinion about the old storage floor. Some want patience. Some want guards. Some want the floor opened at once, preferably by someone else. Then the young beavers make their proposal. They have prepared bark masks, a leaf cape, and a heroic name that no adult remembers approving, the Caped Chewer. The elders stare. The inventor asks whether this is a patrol, a performance, or a workplace accident waiting for witnesses. The Cape Chewer says it is all 3, which does not help. Still, the colony must act. Something is beneath the old storage floor. Something hungry, clever, and afraid of being seen. Tonight, the beavers will stop waiting for the knocking to come to them. So we can encourage the Cape Chewer, which is 1 berry, 10 science points, to prepare a heroic invitation snack using the inventor's very scientific bait protocol. We can post real guards, which costs berries and water, or we can seal the old storage floor, which is 20 planks, which we do not have. I'm going to encourage the Caped Chewer. And I'm going to pay up. Oh. See, I don't think I've quite put together that is immediate. The Cape Chewer takes position near the old storage floor. The berries are arranged with great ceremony. The Cape Chewer insists the bowl should face the heroic direction. What is the heroic direction? No one asks what direction that is. All right, I did. For a while, nothing happens. Then the knocking comes from below. The Cape Chewer raises 1 paw for silence, which would be more impressive if everyone had not already stopped breathing. A shadow moves beneath the raised board. The hero leaps. The shadow leaps back. The next few moments are mostly noise, scraping claws, splintering wood, startled shouts, and 1 heroic declaration that turns into a squeak halfway through. When the colony rushes in, the Cape Chewer and the young volunteers are bruised and shaken, but they are not empty-pawed. In the firelight, dragged from the broken storage floor, lies an unconscious beaver no one recognizes, and one of our beavers is hurt. I am the beaver who knocks. Walter Whittle. That's a good one. I see. We didn't get an extra beaver. Rude, because now we need one. Oh, they can get down here. So we can build more of these guys.
to get more wood, which we don't quite need, but we will because this is Timberborn. And that also, okay, over here we have metal. So yeah, this is one thing, as you were saying with the districts, like this map was difficult, if I remember correctly, because you getting down here, we're at, would help if I could, I mean, we're already down here in red. So we'd be, okay, we can see here, that's 60. You only had 120 maybe to get to a new district, so. And I remember, now that I'm saying it, I remember I wanted to build a dam down here, and it was a whole thing getting them down here because it was multiple districts. Jay says, logging off. I'm excited to finish this tomorrow. Goodbye, Jay. Have a good night. Yeah, this will be, as always, uploaded tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy when you do get a chance to finish it. We have no beaver working here. They might be injured. We also have beavers dying of old age. We have... this colony's a mess. Because I'm getting too into... I'm getting too into the story that I guess is now over. I don't know. We'll have to wait for the next night. Which is right now. I'm just going to build some stuff because I need to. This will be sunflowers. Nope. Nope. Come on. Down and then... No. Down and then right. There we go. Well-being is going up, 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 just like that song goes. We can plant more oaks. Okay. I feel like I need to expand more, but I also feel like I don't really have options for expanding more right now. I'm just doing the beginning stuff. And I don't even have the beavers to do so. Oh, hey, I forgot about this. Our food is expiring. So we're running out of berries. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why our food is going up and down so much. And also, I mean, we didn't have... Campfire Mystery's back. The Beaver Beneath. Oh my god, this one is so long. All right, I hope everyone on stream tonight or watching this later really enjoys hearing me read, because that's what we're doing tonight, apparently. The Cape Chewers Patrol is already becoming a legend, mostly because every witness tells it differently. Some say the hero leapt bravely. Some say the hero slipped. The Cape Chewer insists both can be true if one falls with purpose. But beneath the jokes are bandages, bruises, and a shaken young beavers who learn that shadows can bite back. For 2 days, the captured beaver does not wake. The injured are bandaged. The old storage floor is watched. The campfire burns quietly, but no one asks for stories. Then, at last, the stranger opens their eyes. They are thin, frightened, and smaller than the shadow made them seem. When they see the gathered colony, they scramble backward until their tail strikes the wall. It is crooked, scared, and... scarred, and stiff. Curled strangely enough that several beavers understand the spiral marks all at once. The marks were not curses. They were not warnings from a ghost. They were tail signs, scratched out by someone who needed to find their way through the dark. Piece by piece, the truth comes out. The stranger came from a failed settlement beyond the trees. They followed the smoke of the campfire, found the colony, and hid beneath the storage floor, because hunger was easier to face than being chased away. They stole only what they could carry. They knocked because they were afraid. They fought because, in the dark,
Every paw reaching down looked like an enemy. If the colony wants the stranger to stay, it must show that the campfire is not just noise, masks, and brave speeches. It must prove that every beaver in the colony is truly cared for. Now the colony must decide what kind of story this will become. A warning, a welcome, or the tale of a beaver who found firelight and was sent back into the dark. All right, so we can either prove the colony is safe, give them some berries and water, and then tell them to leave. Brutal. Or just tell them to leave. I don't know why my Google decided to make a noise. We're going to prove the colony is safe because we're good beavers. And we're going to do that with the drought ending. We should... Medical bed is going to be 80. We have 140. That'll help our well-being. And then I think we need another thing to boost it. We need wet fur. Contemplation spot might be... No. Decorations? Do we have any of those that are going to be... Oh, we have cypress trees till shrub. We could do roof. A tiny roof. That's so small. But I don't want to do so much bigger. But I do want to. I just can't. What if I extend working hours a little bit? Hey, everybody. I need you to work harder for reasons. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, now that I think about it, if I get a contemplation spot out here, they'll have to go through this water, which solves two problems. Great. Good thinking. Thank you, everybody, for your moral support. We'll also use this new contemplation spot from Better Beaver Bulldozer or whatever. I really don't remember what the name of that mod was, but I do love the new look of some of these buildings because that's so cute. Build this, please. Can I click on it? What is happening? There we go. Build this before you build the other stuff. I don't care about this. I mean, I care a little bit. Is no one working here? No one's working there. And I also need this to be built. When everything's high priority, nothing is. We have cows in the colony. Maybe lower working hours. Oh, yeah, I've got it too high, don't I? 18 is what I needed at, not 20. We have cows in the colony. They are here to graze on the grass, I guess. Probably. That would make the most sense. There's, like, dead stuff. This all is dead. But it's got... Oh, there's cows down here. What are we, in the Scottish Highlands? What is going on? Okay. This is not working. Because okay, then take the beaver out of there. Ay, ay, ay. Kurzel was born. Okay. We have contemplation spot, which will also give us wet fur. And then we probably need this to be built, but we don't have any planks. I see the problem. I don't know why I did that. I forgot I have the ability to assign workers. They did reintroduce the beaver to Scotland recently. There is someone in the Discord, which might be Jay. Wait, I don't remember who it is. And I don't want to say who it is and then be wrong. But there's someone in my Discord. It's linked in the description. Again, not to plug it, but just because it'd be weird to talk about it without saying that. There's someone in my Discord who is really into beavers and was talking all about the difference between the European and North American beaver. And they did reintroduce beavers to Scotland and most of Europe, which they had almost been wiped out in. But they've been reintroduced. Although, and this must have been, but it's okay. As was mentioned,
They, what am I saying? Beaver facts. Oh, at one point they tried to reintroduce beavers to Europe by having them interbreed with American beavers. And that is when we found out that American beavers and European beavers have been separated for so long that they cannot interbreed. And they are effectively different species. So that's just a fun little beaver fact. From me. To me. And all of you. And actually, it's not really from me. It's from, again, I think it was Jay. Jay, I'm sorry if you're listening to this tomorrow and I don't remember that it was you. But, yeah, that's... If you want more like that, the Discord. See? I can plug. Not well, but I can. We'll go with another water pump that I probably won't have running yet. We need more beds. I say we need more beds. We probably don't. I don't think we're actually... We just need more of everything. Because we're not doing great on... They're not storing anything. What is going on? Is that not odd? I guess this isn't full yet. Because that's carrots. This is sunflowers. They're not full on either. But it feels like they should be moving them already. I should just make another one of these. Get some more farmers out here. Because I already clearly don't have enough open jobs. They're not... What are my builders doing? Probably the many things that I've told them to do. Okay, you two can chill. I don't know what you're doing, but... I should turn these hours down again because I think that'll help them get to the contemplation spot. And I was going to say and the shrub, but they don't really need to get to the shrub. The cows don't do anything, which is fine, I guess. But I kind of wish they did. I don't know what they would do. Because it's not like I'm going to send my beavers to slaughter the cows. This one is slowly getting better. Wet fur is slowly going up. Contemplation spot is slowly going up. Everything's so slow. I feel like more should be happening. And I do mean that also in the number of frames. Like, dang, why is it so... Okay, anyway. Well, that's efficient. This beaver's getting logs. This path is gone. No, no. I thought we built a path there. Okay. Come contemplate. Quickly, please. I need to get up to 10. I have thirsty beavers. Why do I have thirsty beavers? What is going on? I feel like something's going bizarre with my resources. Oh, no, that wouldn't be affecting water, though. And also these last too long. So it can't be that food storage thing. Do I have the ability to build anything else real quick to
help boost this. Chipped tooth isn't really doing anything bad for me. I could build another shrub somewhere. Probably where I should have built it before. Then I could use my one plank. Oh wait, I have 120. 2 by 2. But I don't have the planks for that. That's fine. We'll just do something like that. I probably don't need this guy here. I probably don't need more than one extra. Probably can assign a worker here and here because that's what my HR department is for. I can probably unpause the game. Ah, there we go, 10. Ooh, close. 5 hours left. Almost ran out the clock there. 11. We've done it. It fell back down to 10. Either way, for days, the colony does not argue with the stranger. It simply proves itself. Did it do that for days, or did it do it real quickly in a single day? No beaver is ignored. No fear is answered with panic. No tired paw is treated as a burden. The stranger watches from the edge of the campfire light, silent and uncertain. Then one evening, they step closer, not beneath the floor, not beyond the glow, inside the circle. The colony makes room. Only then does the stranger point back towards the broken storage floor. Beneath a loose board, hidden away from panic and pursuit, they reveal a small trove of salvaged materials they had carried from a failed settlement and never dared to show. The tale that knocked thrice is no longer a ghost story. It's a welcome story. A new beaver joins the colony with 20 treated planks, 20 metal blocks, and gives beavers 10 working speed for 5 days. And I think that's probably the end of that one. Which is cute! That was so cute. I don't know if it got rid of the other one. Because we had the other... There's no... Oh, what? Oh, this counts as rubble. That's so weird. I don't know if... the other one, because there was the other... story that was popping up briefly and now is not popping up anymore. So I don't know if that just got rid of it. I don't know what happened with that. But I haven't seen it since we built the campfire. Sorry, I'm burping so much. Either way, the campfire one was cute. I liked it. Hey, we got more beavers. And we have one homeless beaver. Let's fix that. Let's also build one of these, so that that at least looks consistent. If I build this here, then I can also build another one there. Although I could turn it too. Now I think it'll look better like that. Uh-oh, I'm getting guppy-brained with the building. That's fine now. I want to plant potatoes. That's what I was doing. Just a big old crop of potatoes. Mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew, as they say. And by they, I mean hobbits. In the Peter Jackson trilogy, we will also get a grill. Can we get a grill? Do we need to unlock the grill? Nope, we don't. I should know that. I just filmed a video about grills. Not about grills, that featured grills. There's black cows down here. I've not seen anything other than cows. Oh, first passing. Wagdulagoth died of old age. That's a Cthulhu and a half of a name.
has passed away. The colony grows quiet. For the first time, the beavers are not only thinking about survival, but about memory. A few gather nearby, unsure what to do next. Work still needs doing, but so does grief. I really wish I could plant a cemetery. Can I? I don't think I have the... Well, I definitely don't have the planks. So I think I'm going to have to just send them downriver. As much as I think building a cemetery would be more thematic for me, I just like it better. But I'll send them downriver. We'll give them a Viking burial. We'll pay 3 logs. The logs are lashed together into a small raft, just large enough to carry Walduth downriver. The colony watches in silence as the current takes them away. It is a simple farewell, but it gives the beavers a little peace. We get this picture, which... I don't know, is this AI? It probably is. It's got some weird stuff going on up there. But it's still nice. I see. Remembrance, well-being bonus. Ah! They all ran away from the cursor. Ah, here we go. We're finally storing fresh food. We can turn this to potatoes and then turn it off because we don't have potatoes yet. Okay. What do we have new? New things that we can build, because we've got a lot of new things we can't build. You know what's also weird? Why do these not seem to be doing as much science as I expect them to? Am I just wrong? I'm probably just wrong. And by I'm probably just wrong, I mean that is the most likely explanation, is that I'm just expecting the wrong thing. Hello? There we go. And we will get rid of that. I was going to say, I don't know what these are supposed to be in the sense of like how they're generating research. But then again, it's not like the actual, like this inventor makes any sense either. So we'll just ignore that. Okay. Let's see. Things to do. Everything. Things I'm doing. Not enough. That'll be good. We have a birch tree that has spawned here, I believe, because of our Keystone Species mod. That I don't need or want. So, we'll get rid of it. We want potatoes to be stored. I was about to say this colony is looking awful. It's not looking awful. It's just awfully planned. Like this area up here actually looks kind of cute. Although I do want to just get rid of this and then replace it with the cypress tree that I forgot was in here. Look at that. That's a tree and a half. Well, it's a shrub and a half. No, it's 2 shrubs and a half. We also have lamps. I don't want to start building this stuff because I gotta figure everything else out first. I love jumping ahead of myself. Anyway, down here, I need to get my beavers out to the middle. So we'll just do a line like that. This is going to be a journey for them, but what are journeys if not things for our beavers to go on? I'll workshop that one. Hey.
There we go. Then we can build this. Why can I not? Okay, so there is something, and I think it is keystone, because I think it's this causing it. Like, half of these I can't click on, because they seem to be covered up by something. Which is a tad annoying. We're building, though. They seem to be more intent on building these than getting rid of the other ones, which is... I guess they're allowed to. They're allowed to do whatever. I can't really stop them. Food, we are doing good on carrots. Don't have any potatoes. Oh, this is another thing with our... So I'm going to be storing raw potatoes rather than cooked potatoes. Because with this food degradate... Buckets? What does that mean? Oh. Okay. With our food degradation, it will mean that our... What do you call them? Our food. Our food will... Let me take this whole thing again. With the food degradation, our food will degrade faster. This is just me trying to explain mods and then being interrupted by Beaver Chronicles, I think, is this stream. Should I rename it? I'm not going to, but I could. Food freshness. The raw foods degrade slower than cooked food, like in real life. So I want to store potatoes, but not as many grilled potatoes. It's not like the regular game. Well, I mean, you always want to store more raw than cooked in the regular game anyway. But it's not like the regular game in which you could just make a big thing of cooked potatoes and then not worry about it, because it will go bad quicker. The air has turned brittle. The river runs lower than it should. Oh, we're about to hit a drought. I'm like, it's not. Old paws sniff the wind and mutter that a drought is coming. A group of volunteers gathers before dawn. Packs ready and tails high. They want to make one last trip before the dry days arrive, but the colony must decide where their effort is best spent. Search the spring, search the woods, and search the meadow. So, I don't know this, but I'm just guessing here. Spring sounds like they'll find water. Woods sounds like they will find wood. And meadow sounds like they'll find berries. I think... I don't know why we're having such water issues. I'm going to say the spring. There could also be... I'm guessing here that they might come back contaminated. We'll see. We will also build a teeth grindstone because they're complaining about it. They're saying, Uchi owie our teeth. What? I've not looked at this map enough. So, we got cows everywhere. There's bad water over here. There is good water mixing with bad water here. Hey, what if I make the world's most insane dam? Oh, I could actually, if I dam up over... Oh, volunteers return with muddy paws and barrels. Gain 20 water. I knew it. That's what I said. It would be water. I'm a genius the way I saw spring and thought water. There's so much bad water on this map. This is coming from underground? It is. Interesting. That can be diverted up, though. Okay. So things to think about. I'm sorry for spinning the camera so much. I hope that's not making people nauseous. Also, I'm sorry that my inclination when I noticed I was spinning the camera more than I perhaps should be was to spin the camera even more. That was childish of me. Oh, we have the market, which is not really relevant yet. What else fun and fancy free can I show? Zipline stations we can't do anything yet with yet. We've got more lodges. That was a weird noise I just made. I apologize for that. The Pizzeria. We need flour and chestnuts and wood to make pizza. Flour is going to be a whole thing and a half. Efficient lumberjack flag gives double the lumberjack carrying capacity and 2 jobs. Hey, let's do that. Let's go ahead and delete these 2 and replace them with an efficient lumberjack flag, which does take logs, so not as efficient as the actual lumberjack flag in that way. What else we got? We got the efficient scavenger flag, sure. We've got a drought, sure. String lights. I don't actually know how to get these to work. Neither here nor there, but I don't. If I did... No, see, that would look weird. Dang. I could do 2 3s, though. Which is 3? 150. That's not really a good use of my science points, is it? I got a lot of extra unemployed beavers. That's also not a good use of anything. I will Senzel? Girl Senzel? The timelines are shifting. We could also build an aquatics farmhouse. That should allow us to do district. Oh, it's like, why does this look different? It looked different the whole time. Okay. What am I thinking? I have such a bad habit of thinking, but in my head, which does not make for a good viewing experience. But it is how people normally think, so sue me. We will do aquatic farmhouse. We will also need to get bad water. Ooh, ooh. And I could get down here. I'm going on journeys. That's what I'm doing. The beavers going to the spring, they're not the only ones going on unnecessary journeys. Me too. I hope everyone else that is in here
Everyone lurking around watching. I hope you're all having a good night and a good time. Don't feel obligated to talk. I don't want anyone to... Don't bring metal blocks here. I pressed the wrong button and I don't want to have to redo things. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good night and a good time and a good Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yes. It's the first day of the week, but it's Tuesday. First day of the week if you're in America, I guess. And didn't work Monday, which was a holiday. Memorial Day. I want to do two things over here. I want to destroy this blockage so that I can do dumb stuff over here. I really like doing dumb stuff. I don't know if that's clear. Have I made that apparent in all the things that I've done so far? Very publicly. Sometimes I just like to do things that I find visually interesting. And in this case, one of those things is going to be damming up over here. Like so. And then destroying these. Hopefully I destroyed these first before I dam that up. That's maybe something I should tell them to do. Actually, now that I think about it, they'll be doing all this before then. Yeah, see? I didn't need aquatic farmhouse yet, but I can use it. Okay. Aquatic farmhouse needs some thinking. Put on thinking cap, because I want to build a pizzeria. I need my beavers to have pizzas. So, building pizzeria display name. That seems odd. Hold on. I mean, obviously that seems odd, but why? I don't think they were doing that before. But some of these have gotten all weird with the way they're showing them. But we will do a building pizzeria display name. It looks like spatter dock is what I'm going to need for the pizza, along with wheat, which we don't have. I need to just get rid of these. We're not even eating berries. Get rid of the berries. Get them out of here. Okay, so we need pizza, which means we need spatter dock. And we're going to put too much spatter dock. I don't know why. I do know why, because I can't be tamed or contained or told to do anything reasonable. Wolfgang says, just realized it's 3:30 a.m. here in the UK. Should probably go to bed. Yeah, absolutely. Do not feel bad about going to bed at 3:30 a.m. Or don't feel bad about leaving stream to go to bed at 3:30 a.m. That's very late. I appreciate you being here so late, nonetheless. I hope you have a good night. And the VOD will be up tomorrow, as I've said when Jay left. So feel free. I don't know why I'm going to say feel free to watch it, but if it's there if you want to watch it. Feel free to watch it, as if I would otherwise say, don't watch the content. I hate when people watch content I make. It'd be an insane thing to say. I will have fun with the pizzeria. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, I will also need to do something. Hello? Think. Brain work. Because the pizzeria is not going to work without flour. So I need a grist mill. Thank you. Which does need gears. Ooh, Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll unlock gears. We'll build gears. Turn this on. Turn that on. Let them go here. They'll build gears. Everything will be great.
We will do 2 piles. We'll make 1 gears and 1 planks. I don't know why I almost put the planks on the gears as a hat, but if I could make that work, that would be pretty funny. Okay. Jobs are happening. Cows are grazing. I've not seen anything other than cows. Oh, wait. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They're here. Under food, we've got ducks. Oh, but I need berries. Don't get rid of all the berries, it turns out. I need some of them for duck making. Whoops. I forgot there were dandelions out here. Gatherer flag. My brain is just not working right tonight. Gatherer flag. There we go. We will go to food. We have beehives. That's for losers who play vanilla. We don't do that out here. We're going to have ducks. Cannot do so because we don't have the science points. Get the science points. I'm not asking. I'm demanding. I need ducks. There's 2 things I need in my Timberborn. It's pizza and ducks. Oh, so if we look at our grilled potatoes here, we can actually see that, yeah, look at that. Okay, so potatoes last 24? No, that's probably 30, honestly. 30 days without spoiling. Grilled potatoes last 10. So maybe I even turn this off so that they'll start eating the grilled potatoes. No, that doesn't make sense. What am I talking about? They'll eat the grilled potatoes anyway. Oh, and all my carrots are about to expire. Whoa. This is different. Name drop. Sunflower seeds are all being eaten. This is such a different feeling because I'm overproducing food now. Which obviously you can do before, but not in the same way. We have a cow. What the heck? And it's gone. I looked too hard at the cow cryptid and it's gone. I didn't mean to tell this one not to be destroyed. What are all of our builders doing? Not being employed as builders. That's what they're doing. It's like, why is everything so slow? Come on. Cow. I could probably also just... Well... If I'm trying to do wheat, it might make more Oh, I could build another farm down here. I could. There's not 2 here. Do I want another farm down here, or do I want the wheat up here? I probably want to just build the wheat where there's a bunch of space. Because I can just build another farm and I can build another house and... Why do I sound so upset about this? Why does my plan sound like it's upsetting me so? God, I do love this. These new roofs, which you can actually mix with the old buildings. There's not like a Nothing to do in range. That's going to be our lumberjack down here. Yep. You can mix them with the old buildings. There's not like any sort of limit to that. So I could... I'm guppy braining. Hold on. Okay. I could either place down a normal lodge and then build this on top, which does look a bit odd with the way the lodge looks. Or I could do the opposite where I put the old roof, which is under decoration. I could put the old roofs on these, which again doesn't quite fit. Or I could just build both types of houses at the same time. But I'm not doing any of that because I like these ones. And do I like them just because they're new? Probably. Does that mean I'm going to stop putting them down? No. I needed 400 science points for something. Grist mill. Grist mill? Grist mill. No. Well, I mean, I need a grist mill. That wasn't what I needed 400 science points for. What did I need 400 science points for? I don't quite remember. Ooh, that was laggy. I don't know if you felt that as much as I felt that, but... What could I have needed 400 science points for? A windmill? No, but actually that would be a better idea than a grist mill. Is it? Wait. Yes, because I can still make... Oh, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking wrong? This is all... every time I stream, I realize I can't think. My think is bad. Oh, you know what I needed it for? It was the ducks. I needed it for the ducks. So ducks work like beehives. Where they, will fertilize stuff. Except for rather than being angry bees that will injure your beavers, they're ducks. Imagine that. And this is not just duck nests, I will say, because it's important to me that you understand this. Because I have thought for a while, personally, that a drought is approaching. I have thought for a while that one of the things Timberborn needs is more animals. It's just like only beavers feel so dour and dire and sour and sire. What am I saying? Only beavers feels dour. Like, I get that it is kind of the theme that everything is bad, but at the same time, I feel like having extra... What am I saying? I feel like having the non-human animals really brings a life to it. It makes you feel like you're doing something other than just building a beaver society, like you're fixing the world that was let down by the humans. So I like that. And I like that there is some symbiotic relationship going on here between the ducks and the beavers. And I hope that either Mechanistry decides to implement more things like this, or we get more mods in this vein, because I do really like it. Todoralin says, I can't believe you missed the Tree of Life mod. Hi to all. Yeah, the Tree of Life, I don't know if it was just me, but when I was testing out Keystone and Tree of Life together, and this was a week ago, there was something causing an issue, and I decided to go with Keystone rather than Tree of Life. That might have been fixed, I don't know. Or it might have just been me having that issue. It might have been me being bad at things. But I saw Tree of Life, and when I do the next mod contest stream, which I don't know when that will be. As always, not trying to plug, but I do say these things, say when I'm going to be streaming in my Discord, and then I try to announce it on YouTube early, but I also forgot how to do that today. I'm bad at this. Either way, there's so many berry bushes. Yes, when I do follow-up, because I want to keep going, since I think there are more things to be seen than just what I've done today, and what I will get to today. I think there's more. So I'll probably continue to stream this mod contest stream. So I will go and check and double check whether that is still causing an issue for me when I get a chance. I don't know why. I can't. I need to not look at the game. Yeah, I'll go and check and see if I can incorporate Tree of Life, because I think that one's cool too. I think it's got a very cool look to it, with the big tree that grows 15 stages or whatever it is. Rogue Operation said, you were making hamburger helper and I heard ducks. Yeah, we're getting ducks. I mean, it seems like we're lacking a few planks. Let me make them build that one first, because I'm worried they're taking planks to other ones. I could probably nope, I can't. I don't have the... lumber mill. Nope, that's not how power works. What am I doing? Why am I so dumb when I stream? Toto Rollin says Keystone crashes with vertical spreading mod. Also, Keystone is visual attractive, but I don't use it. Yeah, I think Keystone is also the thing that's kind of causing the frame rate to dip, because nothing else feasibly would be doing it. It's so nice. I like it so much, but I don't think... I mean, I might play with it off camera, but I don't know, unless there are improvements made to that issue. And again, I need to double check. I threw this mod pack together in like a day, so I need to double check that it's actually Keystone causing that before I accuse it of things. But the amount of things it adds to the map, I kind of assume it is. But it may also be the 14 mods I'm running. I don't know. But yeah, it's the type of thing that I definitely like enough to play with it myself, but I don't know if I would do it in any video content other than showcasing the mod content stuff, just because of that issue. Jason Kleinberg says, it's neat to see the other mods. I had been so focused on my own that I haven't had time to try the others. What one did you do, Jason? Is it one of the ones that's in here, or is it one that I didn't get to? Because if it's one I didn't get to, I'll see if I can get it to work before the next one. Toto Rollins said 50, not 15, or I heard wrong. Is it 50 stages? I don't know.
I looked at it and I wanted to incorporate it, but I didn't get to it. So I'm not an expert by any means, or by no means. I'm by no means an expert. Oh, we've got more demand than wildfire. Yes, wildfire. I saw. Didn't get to it. Well, didn't get it into the build. That what I figured would cause issues with what I had going. So I didn't get a chance to test it before I got here. I do need 1 second though. Yes, I will be right back. Shouldn't take more than a minute or two. Oh, wait. Jason just said wildfire brings fire to Timberborn. Yeah. That is. And I'll say this and then I'll run and do my thing and then I will come back. When I saw it, I did. I think it's a great idea. Because it is one of those things that everything is made of wood and there's no danger other than bad water. You say it might conflict. It's all GPU sim, so it might not be too bad. My GPU is not the thing that is usually, although, I mean, again, I don't know what I'm sitting at right now. GPU is actually not stressing for me. It's weirdly nothing. Well, I guess I should move around and see if it stresses out. It's CPU weirdly. Not that weirdly. But, yeah. Okay. Need half a second. I'll be back. I don't have a be back soon. Or not be back soon. What am I trying to say? Be right back screen. So it'll just be this for a minute. I've returned. It does not look like anything has exploded in my absence, which would be impressive since I don't have a mod that does that. Jason said Timberborn is very CPU bound. Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert in it, in how the what am I trying to say? In how simulation games tend to work. But I feel like most of the colony or city sims... What is this guy doing? Woke up in the middle of the night to go eat a grilled potato out of the grill. But I feel like most of them end up being CPU bound rather than anything. But then, yeah, if wildfire is GPU, which also makes sense because it's fire physics, which tend to be GPU intensive. Do we have ducks? We have a duck. It's attacking the cows and just wandered into the cliff. I have multiple ducks though. Ducks. Fantastic. I love it. Ducks is one that will never not be in any modded build I do. I love that there's ducks, even though they're just wandering around on the water, wandering around on the land. Can they not go in the water in and of them, or of their own volition? Oh, there they go. Look at all the ducks. I wish they didn't go into the cliffs, but whatever. That's more my bad placement than anything, I think. I just gotta not place it there. Yeah, but wildfire. I should see if that'll work in this build. At the very least, I do want to switch it up at some point and do some of the other mods that I couldn't. I mean, obviously there's 4 or 5 new factions. There's the there's wildfire, there's Tree of Life. There's a couple other ones I never got to that I should see about doing. Hey, how are my dams doing? 98 out of 100 on health there. So dams take a long time to break is what I'm understanding. And my builders are coming all the way out here to build this before they do other things. Which does make sense because that was placed there a while ago. So we'll get that gone. Okay. Here's another thing I should consider investing in. Wind turbines. 120, that's good. Yeah. 20 planks, though. I don't know why I am eschewing water power. Well, that, but I'm just, and why do we have no water? Things are going weird tonight. Think me, stop whatever is happening with my brain. Yeah, so I don't know why I'm eschewing water power, other than that it's kind of a pain to get here with where I have put these. I was going to say I could put it here. There's not going to be any water power that it shows for obvious reasons. I could put something here, but then I'd have to move everything, and I don't want to do that. It's not a good one to generate power in up here. I should also, oh no, there's not a ton to do there. I was going to say I should block this off, but I have to block all that. Yeah. Brain? Okay. Brain ain't braining tonight. I don't know why that is, but it's what it is. I wonder if when I streamed this 4 years ago, if gravity batteries were even a thing. I don't remember. They probably... Were they?
I don't think they were. Gravity batteries were after I started, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you do quote me on that, do it in like a cool graphic with the words moving. Right now in Wildfire, there is fire, ash collection, and fertilization. Ooh, that is interesting. So you said fire fighting is a thing, or you want it to be a thing. It's not a thing yet. So does it just pop up? What am I trying to say? Do things just catch on fire and then you're kind of out of luck right now? Is that how it's currently working, or is it? I don't know. I'm trying to make conversation. It looked cool, what I'd seen of it. Either way. It's the blight mod that adds random contaminated vegetation that contaminates soil and water. It's quite intense. Okay, here's a question. Because someone earlier, Wolfgang, was talking about the Bad Furs, one of the new modded factions that someone made. If you do Bad Furs with Blight, could you like supercharge your... Hey, why is everything unstaffed? Doesn't matter. Can you supercharge your Bad Furs by just letting things get really bad? That'd be funny to me. Oh, our windmill is here. Just giving us some Ooh, it's giving us a lot of supplementary power. Oh, another one I didn't add was the bonus to wind turbines for their height, which would have been great on this map because you start up so high. What is this level? 15. Yeah. So we would have had a great bonus just to start out. Drought ended. Oh, hey. Bad tide. Oh, hey, bad tide. Okay, what do we do about a bad tide? Tiny bit of flood. This bad tide's gonna rip through this whole thing currently. Now, since we're not facing a bad tide yet, where is my bad water pump? There it is. Can I just... can I just do a ridiculous thing and just collect bad water and... This is not the best way to do this, I'm sure. Whoa. Medium tank. I don't have the gears for that. All I have is logs, because my industry is lacking. But I can get bad water, and then I can make explosives. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable step to take. You know how I have all of the extra science points to do this? What have I done to make my science points? I'm on day 4. I need to settle. I need to settle down. Oh, guppy brain. New faction, Frosky Whiskers, also for the contest. I saw that one, and my only reticence for not doing Frosty Whiskers is that it is currently almost June. I might, later on, in 6 months, November, I think that would be fun to do around Christmas time. To dive like real deep into it. Of course, I should figure out how it works before, so I might dive into it myself before then. I was doing pizzas. I am so... Oh, I'm sorry to whoever's watching this. Windmill. I don't have the capacity for making this either, but I want to. This is very much not a how-to guide. But yeah, Frosty Whiskers is something I definitely want to check out. I think it's it's interesting. Although every time I hear Frosty Whiskers, I do just think that it's going to be the winter from Whiskerwood, which is not my favorite season on Whiskerwood. I don't know if y'all have played it, but it's the worst season. Jason said current fire defense is minimal. Unfortunately, you have to basically create fire breaks at this point by adding different firefighting mechanics for iron teeth, folktails, and ember pelts. That's fun. I like that. The idea of having to create fire breaks, because again, I mean, this not safe. If you're talking about fire safety, this is more than a little what do I try to say, ill-advised, because this goes up, this goes up, this goes up, probably this goes up. This would be fine. They'd all have to jump in the water, you know. More log storage was my point. And by point, I mean just what I was grabbing the log storage for. Okay. Guppy brain, bad design, everything is great. Nope, see, that's bad design, because I should, if I was thinking with my brain rather than thinking with my not brain, I would think, oh, I should put them this way so that I can put more there. But I also don't want that one built, so I'm going to take that one away. At least you would... So, yeah, you were talking about fertilization and ash. So is that the... Is it the point that you're doing, like, the cycle there where it's burning and then fertilizing the ground and then you grow things? So this is a question that I've just thought of. Guppy brain. Again, can you intentionally start fires? Because if it gives you the ability to, like, speed up your production, it would be an interesting in-game mechanic if you were intentionally burning your own forests. Ash can be collected and used. Okay, so that's cool. I like that. And this also, in the similar spirit to Keystone, I enjoy that so much of the community that Mechanistry has managed to foster around the game, even subtly, like, there's so many of the mods that have come out. I mean, a lot of them are industrialization focused, which of course they're going to be. That's a big part of the game. But more of the mods than I ever would have expected are like conservation focused, which is very cool. I think it's a worthwhile thing to not what am I trying to say? I'm so bad at talking once I get more than an hour into a stream. I like that it's all conservation focused, because Mechanistry is very much pushed that, I think. socially. Like, they always talk about Earth Day and all that kind of stuff. The game, the theme, the whole thing is very Earth conservationist adjacent. And I like that even with all of the industry stuff, there is still plenty of... You could have gone full Factorio, or the community could have gone full Factorio of, destroy the land, it doesn't matter. You only need a tiny little bit of green space to grow crops for your beavers to live, and then everything else needs to be industry. But like Wildfire and Keystone and Ducks, all more focus on the idea that you are working with the nature that already exists, which I think is so... I think it's very cool. Jason said, that's the idea. I'm expecting controlled burns, and once I have suppression, it'll be more important. Agreed. I loved seeing what people made. Yeah, it was surprising, and not a, wow, people made this, but like, people very much care about the overall theme of the game when it comes to conservation, which is neat to see, because we live in a world where people don't care all the time. And that's the end of my political commentary on this stream. This also reminds me, I'm just going to talk about it right now because I'm already in stream. No, actually, I'm not going to talk about it. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Do listen to me. There's nothing else to do. If you didn't listen to me, then you wouldn't be watching the stream, and I do want you to do that. Because I demand attention. Let's see. Wheat's growing. Cows are here. This is all good water. Okay. There's some new stuff in there that I've not seen, but it's just like river pebbles. Interesting. Okay. I don't have... Well, I do have the logs for it. I was going to say, I don't have the logs to do a dam over here. But I do have the logs to do a dam over here. I don't think I have the... What am I trying to say? Bridge? Well, I definitely don't have the bridges. I never... The way they build bridges always confuses me. Or can build off of bridges. I feel like it doesn't work how I expect it to, ever. Okay, we'll turn the power wheel off. No one needs to be doing that right now. Once we get this wind power going, that's all we'll need doing that. Cows are popping in and out, which is fine. But it does make me wonder how often it is checking for the keystone stuff. It's also growing more trees without my input, which is cool. Oh my god, there's so many ducks. I've gotten distracted again. Look at all the ducks I've spawned. Wow, fantastic. 10 out of 10 game. Hey, I'm not doing anything with all this scrap metal I have either. Drought's approaching, which is great because we still haven't figured out how we're going to handle a bad tide other than this bad water pump we haven't built. The bad water pump away from everything. I'm great at planning.
And we have no planks. Why do we not have any planks? Other than that we don't have anywhere to put planks. So when we make planks, we make 15 of them and then we're out. Great at the game. Okay. Anyway. Why have I done this with the with the not using water power? I don't know. Toto Rollins says that's the problem with Keystone. It needs to check all the time for biome to decide what stuff to have in different spots. Yeah, I mean, it feels like it could. I don't know. I'm just kind of surprised with how that's going. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just surprised that it's not better equipped for it, I guess. Hey, can we build the other windmill? Thanks. Build it quick. I'll turn this back on because actually maybe they do need the power. Okay. We got a little bit of wheat growing. I, once again, am guppy braining. Windmill. 160 power, but that's wind power. But look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. I want to build it so bad. I'm going to build it. I don't care. I don't care but that it's not the most efficient way to do things. That's where we're going to get our wheat from. When, as example, a single tile is watered, it means a change in the biome. From there is the lag. Yeah. I hope that they can fix that, because again, I really like the way it looks. And somehow the ducks that I've placed a million of aren't lagging the game. Look at this one. Where's that one going? Oh god, it fell. It's dead. Alright. Yeah, somehow that's not lagging the game, but then this lags the game. I don't know. It just feels like maybe it should check. Oh, yeah. It's stuttering. So, yeah, it probably is every time the tile updates. It could check less, I guess, is what I would think. But what do I know? Just a little. Certainly not enough to be an authority on the subject. Yeah, Jason says, I'm sure they'll make Keystone more stable. I would think so. I mean, everyone, and I'm sure you're aware of this. Like, I feel like, I keep saying I feel like, or I keep saying the word like a lot, which my high school speech teacher would probably not appreciate. The, ducks don't need to check the whole map. You're right. I think there's so many of them, but this game already has so many different entities around. And the ducks aren't really an entity. They're just kind of randomly wandering, but still, I like them. Yeah, I'm sure you have more firsthand experience with this, Jason, but like every time I say it now that I noticed it, it's going to grind me to a halt. I feel like with the mod contests time limit,
because everything had to be finished. Well, I mean, every contest is going to have a time limit. Everything had to be finished by Monday, last Monday. I don't remember. It was the 21st, but I can't do math. That wouldn't be Monday. That'd be Thursday. I feel like a lot of people ended up doing a similar thing where they pushed out the mod in what would be like a beta state, maybe, where it's not necessarily every single feature is complete. Early access state would probably be a better way to say it, where not everything is necessarily feature complete, but it's playable, and it's, you know, it's good. It's got cool stuff in it. But then, because it was only 3 weeks, right? Yeah, we all published before we really wanted to get in. Yeah. So I feel like with all of them, we'll probably see stability or feature improvements as time goes on, or some of them not necessarily. I keep forgetting the name of this one. The more timber styles or whatever it is. I feel like that one, because that one also released on the day, like a day or two after the mod contest started. I feel like some people lucked out where they were about to release something and then they were like, well, I guess this is mod contest material now. Oh, look, we're getting some still water stuff. Hey, these are going to drain the whole thing. Maybe they don't do that. I wish I could make these lumberjacks. Well, I can. It's just going to be a pain. No, I want to go here, clear planting area for some of this. So I want to build a levee up here. Probably, honestly, down here, too. So that I can store some water for droughts. Oh, my water's gone. Oh, all my potatoes are gonna die. Carrots will be fine. The trees will be fine. The sunflowers will be fine. It's just the potatoes, which is annoying, but I will live. Todorallin. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Says not sure they can without parallel execution, and it's not that can be done before mechanistry can solve first. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some, though, because I don't think the game needs to check nearly, or the mod needs to check nearly as often as it does for what is happening. You could, functionally, you could have the mod check once a cycle. And kind of go from there, because realistically, or in reality, it's not like you in reality, it's not as if water drains out of a river and a river goes dry and then all the animals leave and all of the plants change immediately. You would have some, not lead time. Oh, all of my beavers are thirsty. This is the worst. You would have some time before an actual biome changed. So I feel like, if nothing else, that could feasibly be how...
Why can I not think of the word? Keystone. How Keystone works is you just check, or Keystone improves its performance, is just Keystone checks less. Because you're right, you can't just have Keystone do the same amount of checking but work better. Jason said, I had to do a completely separate sim because I was trying to base it on the existing sim and it just slowed down to a crawl. It was unplayable. I had to start over. Oh, my squeaky chair. That is, what is this guy doing? Nothing. Go home. I would say more about that. Don't know enough. Just too uneducated in the topic to respond appropriately. Ooh, the autosave is chunking things. To respond appropriately. I mean, I know functionally, not functionally. Hold on, I will respond once my brain stops loading. I know the basic of what you're saying, but unfortunately, Keystone can't know what happens if you build or destroy, sometimes like water blocking, so it needs to check all the time. I mean, I don't know. You could be right on how that works. I don't understand. I don't understand enough about it. So again, don't listen to me. I'm just theorizing. Just spitballing. And I don't make mods. I could try, but I don't. Is this... Interestingly, this says 160 as if it is consistent. Oh, interesting. It also lists... Oh, that's actually... Nope. I was going to say, it's listing all this stuff, but that's another mod that I have installed. Worker elsewhere. Output full. Lacks input. Paused. No power. No fuel. I'm also running out of space up here. But, more importantly, I should, with wheat flour and spatterdock, have the requisite ingredients. Remember an hour ago when this was my goal? Have the requisite ingredients for the pizzeria. Oh, guppy brain. I'll place this right across the street, across the path from the... And it's gone. It's disappeared. What the heck happened there? There we go. My pizzeria will be built. We will go with spatterdock pizza. It says pizza. Oh, I flipped it. So, interesting tidbit. If you flip pizza, or if you flip the pizzeria, it will put the word pizza backwards. Oh, jeez. Where's the, the Spider-Man pizza? Spider-Man to pizza song. I'm going to mute this before it blasts everyone to death. Oh, nope. Okay.
Just gonna play 2 seconds of this so I don't get... Okay, that's enough. Okay. That was so dumb. Toto Rollins says, unfortunately, I already read that. Keystone put different stuff on each biome, and each biome is different on vegetation type, watering, or contamination. And all of those are dynamic, not static. Yeah, but I feel like maybe they could figure out a solution. I don't know. I don't know how any of it works. I've said enough. Is there anything I can build? No, not really. Not really of that. I could decorate. I could put some lamps up before I leave, because I am going to have to call it quits here soon. But I could put up a couple lamps. I love everything in this mod. Again, I need to pull that up. What is the name of it? Actually, if I go to just workshop, it might be on there. New building styles. So not new timber building styles like I thought. I love the way all of this looks. I mean, this might be a little broken. It's not broken. It's just having the power output on the grist mill is strong, I guess is the better word. I mean, it does. I think it looks great. Shadows still flicker. Although I turned the graphics down, which might be why that's happening. Let's review what we've done. I mean, obviously, as much as the clickbaity title, although not even clickbait, I put in a lot of different mods that have changed a lot of different things. Look at all this. Yeah, you might be right, Tudorallin. I'm sorry. I probably have not pronounced your name correctly once tonight. But you might be right in that it's doing far too much to actually fix effectively. But that's someone else's problem, not mine. We have, obviously, other than my clickbaity title, it is still Timberborn. It is. It looks fantastic, but it is still Timberborn. I just can't get over the new building styles. I don't know. One day I may be tempted to mix and match these, but right now I love it. What am I going to say? I have built the pizzeria, which became my goal out of nowhere. And now it's going to be the thing that the last thing I do on stream. Oh, I also, since this is the texture, actually it might be on these textures too. I didn't notice until the other day that there are tiny little handprints, or paw prints, I guess, in the stucco texture on these buildings, which is so sweet. Like you can see the little beaver paws. We got ducks. We got lots and lots of ducks. I love the ducks. Ducks are so sweet. We have not done nearly enough in our actual colony because I keep getting distracted. Did I miss out on any of the mods? I mean, I missed out on some of the, like, Shift P or whatever. Yeah. I installed a whole mod that shows efficiency. We can see that this grill doing terribly productivity-wise. The output has been full the entire time because I don't want to overmake grilled potatoes. But that's neither here nor there. This one, oh, there's no worker. That'll do it. Maybe I fixed that. Yeah, the productivity view, the gear workshop. There's no planks. What? There's planks. I don't care. Why is this so low? Oh, there's no worker. That's why. Yeah, so mod-wise, there's a couple I don't think... Oh, and L also shows... Oh, that shows specifically no input. Oh, that's a lot. That's even better. Control L with the productivity overlay is what I'm doing there. Okay. That was the save. I was like, did I crash the game? No. Control L shows... I don't know why it's not working on the farmhouses. Shows output full, lacking input. See, it's just... There's so many cool things. Oh, wait, does that... No, the one that's weird. I thought I had one that showed where beavers... Oh, it does. It's got to be paused. Oh. I have one that if I pause the game, it shows the path beavers are taking. That's very cool, too. I don't know why it needs to be paused for that. But the... yeah. There's a lot of mods. I'll continue playing on this... this save for a little while to see and continue trying to add mods, see if I can add any more. Because it does look pretty. I mean, look at this. Is not what I thought the game was going to look like 4 years ago. So that's the conclusion, I think. I mean, that does look really pretty, that shot. Anyway, I need to wrap up. So next time I do this, a stream, when I come back to this, I will attempt to remember to post about it on YouTube because I completely forgot that was a feature, the scheduling the streams. I also do always post about it on my Discord, which should be linked in the description. I always post beforehand. I try to give a few days warning and then confirm the day of when I'm going to be streaming. I also need to think. I need to get better at this is what I need to do. I'm going to keep streaming. I enjoy streaming. I think it's just, obviously I prioritize doing videos for this channel. So sometimes I get in a bad habit of not streaming. I'm going to try to get better at that. I want to do at least 2 a month if I can. And if I can't, then I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for me. Video's going to be coming out. Oh, actually, there is one more thing. If you've not just joined for the stream and you are a regular viewer of the channel, I'm going to hopefully sometime this summer for sure, hoping June, but it might be July or August. Going to start releasing videos at a bit more of a faster frequency, hopefully. Not that much more. Some may still take 2 weeks. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to push some of them down to a week and a half, depending on the length. But that is future stuff. It has been 4 years, as I said at the beginning, since I made any Timberborn content. I made it in this map. The first stream I ever did in Timberborn, back when I was trying to be something else. But I thought it was a fun way to commemorate it. So we came back and we loaded up with mods, and we built a pizzeria.
that was it. That was Timberborn. Thank you everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. I know you could have been doing anything, but that's it. I need next time. Hopefully, I will also have the overlays, because right now the only overlay I have is the stream starting, but I need a stream ending one too. So anyway, thank you for joining. That's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.